Fork Hill, Crossmaglen, Mount Norris, and a cathedral once founded by Patrick so true. The ballad could only be about one county, Armagh. In 1936, the American Decca label released Boys from County Armagh, as sung by George Sweetnam, a singer based in New York who originally came from Skibbereen in County Cork. 22 years later, the summer of 1954, the ballad featured as The Boys from the County Armagh on an album called At an Irish Céilí by Malachy Sweeney's Céilí Band, a group from Armagh. Then, on the 1st of April 1958, the copyright of the ballad was registered at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. The accompanying note stating that the words and music were traditional and were collected by Eva Gallagher. The copyright holder was Glenside Music, a Dublin-based company run by Martin Walton, owner of Walton's Piano and Musical Instrument Galleries in Dublin. Shortly after it was copyrighted, Glenside published the ballad in Ireland. The cover of the sheet music, including some additional information, collected by Eva Gallagher and sung by Anna Boyle. Digging down even deeper, we see that Eva Gallagher from Market Hill in Armagh graduated from the London College of Music in 1929, and that Anna Boyle was a young singer from Armagh who in the 1950s sometimes appeared as a guest with Malachy Sweeney's Céilí Band. In late 1957, just a few months before the sheet music was published by Glenside, the Beltona label released The Girl from Donegal album by Donegal's own Bridie Gallagher. The album included The Boys from the County Armagh, destined to become Bridie's signature tune. And this is where our story takes an unexpected twist, which ensued when the girl from Donegal began to sell like hotcakes. You see, on Bridie's album, The Boys from the County Armagh was described as traditional, collected and arranged by Alan. Things were about to get messy. On the 28th of November 1962, Martin Walton appeared at the High Court in Dublin, claiming damages for breach of copyright against Mills Music Limited of London. Walton decided to sue Mills Music because the company had authorised the inclusion on Bridie's album of The Boys from the County Armagh. Although Eva Gallagher was credited on the copyright registration card and on the published sheet music as having collected the traditional Boys from the County Armagh, Martin Walton claimed that he had altered some of the words before it was officially copyrighted, and that it was he who composed the melody. He wrote the melody, he said, back in 1918 to act as a campaign song for the political party Sinn Féin when its candidates were running for election in Armagh. Eva Gallagher, said Walton, had assigned her rights to him back in 1958. Then, Walton's legal team informed the presiding judge, Judge Davitt, that Mr. Walton had more or less forgotten about the Boys from the County Armagh, That is until about 1921, when Mr. Walton was incarcerated by the British in Ballykinler internment camp in County Down, where it was often sung. It's interesting to note that while Walton was in Ballykinler, he conducted the Ballykinler Camp Orchestra. During cross-examination at the High Court, Cyril Gee, General Manager for Mills Music Limited, stated that it was he who had given the sheet music of the ballad to his music arranger, Mr. Allen, but subsequently discovered that Allen's arrangement was, note for note, the same as Mr. Walton's. It wasn't until 1959, said Cyril Gee, when he was informed by Mr. Walton that Mills' music was in breach of copyright. In December 1962, Judge Davitt awarded Martin Walton £115 in damages, plus costs. Rows over authorship and legal shenanigans aside, the song became a party piece for Cardinal Tomás O'Fee and became much loved by supporters of the Armagh GAA football team, recent winners of the Sam Maguire. We'll end our story with The Boys from the County Armagh, as published back in 1958. There's one fair county in Ireland, with memories so glorious and grand, where nature has lavished its bounty on the orchards of Erin's green land. I love its cathedral city, once founded by Patrick so true, and it bears in the heart of its bosom the ashes of Brian Boru. It's my own Irish home, far across the foam, although I've oft times left it in foreign lands to roam. No matter where I wander, through cities near or far, my heart's at home in old Ireland, in the county of Armagh. I've travelled each part of the county, Newtown, Forkhill, Crossmaglen, around by the gap of Mount Norris, and home by Blackwater again, where the girls are so gay and so hearty, none fairer you'll find near and far. But where are the boys that can court them, like the boys from the County Armagh? It's my own Irish home, far across the foam, although I've oft times left it in foreign lands to roam. No matter where I wander, through cities near or far, my heart's at home in old Ireland, in the county of Armagh. Ah, my heart's at home in old Ireland, in the county of Armagh.